Hey everyone, and welcome to Misha Teaching Middle. In this video, I am going to teach you how to customize your digital teacher planner. First, I would like to talk about the toolbar at the top of your Goodnotes. If you already know how to use Goodnotes, then you can go ahead and skip to the next section. All right, so I mainly want to talk about this button right here because that is the button that you are going to be using the most. So right now it is in read only mode. And what that basically means is your hyperlinks are able to work. You can kind of move around, click the different hyperlinks. If you want to click some hyperlinks over here, it has to be in that read only mode. If you would like to write on your digital planner, you have to go ahead and click that. And then now it is in the writing mode. The way that you know it's in the writing mode is, of course, it has that blue at the top. So if you look at the writing mode, there are a few different things that you can do here. First off, you have the pen. If you click the pen, you have the fountain pen, the ball pen, and the brush pen. You can kind of play around with it and see which one you like the most. Also, if you click it, there's different things that you can do with it, such as your tip sharpness, your pressure sensitivity, all of that. If you would like to change the stroke size, you can do that as well. If you want to make it a little bit bigger, you can do that also. You can kind of zoom in at any point in time to write as well. If you would like to change the color, you can change the color here as well. If you want to add your own color, you can press that plus button and you can kind of play around with the colors here, or you can also play around with it here. So there's a lot of different options you can do when it comes to color. Next, you have the erase button. And so you can erase anything that you wrote. If you want to undo, you can undo that as well. Here has the different sizes of how you can erase. So if you just want to erase something really small, you can do that. If you want to erase something really big, you can erase that as well. Also, you have the highlighter tool. Again, with the highlighter tool, you have different sizes or thicknesses that you can use. And you also can change the color of your highlighter as well. If you click this, there is an option to have it draw in a straight line, which is my favorite method, honestly, because if I wrote something or if I wanted to highlight something, it'll basically create a line for me. If I turn it off and my line looks like that, or if I draw it like that, that's how my eraser is going to look. So you kind of have to choose what works best for you. Next, you have the shapes button. And so if I wanted to draw a circle, it will basically draw a circle for me. If I wanted to change the color, if I wanted to change the thickness, I can do that as well. If you click that, you have where you can snap to other shapes. It'll basically snap it to whatever shape it thinks that you're going to do. If you want to turn that off, you can. If you want to fill the color, you can do that as well. So if I were to draw a circle right there, it kind of shades it with like a light black. So that is something you can do as well. Next, you have the lasso tool. And what this does is it allows you to pick up whatever you wrote. Let's say you wrote something, but you wrote it in the wrong day. Instead of rewriting it, you can basically grab that lasso tool and it will move it for you. So for example, if I wanted to move this circle over, I can move that circle over. If I wanted to move this circle down some, I can move that circle down. Let's say I wrote meeting, and excuse my writing, but if I wrote meeting and let's say I wanted to move that somewhere else, I can just grab it and then I can move it to wherever I would like it to go. So that is the lasso tool. Next, you have your stickers. If you have custom stickers that you want to add, you can add them in there. The great thing about Goodnotes 6 is they already made some pre-made ones. So there is one like the sticky note. If you wanted to write a little sticky note here and write down some information, you could. If you don't want to use it, you can click that again. You can delete it. Great thing about it too is you can make it as big or small as you want. So if I wanted to make it super big, I can. If I wanted to make it super small, I can do that as well. Next, you have photos. If you have any photos that you would like to add, you can add them there. The great thing too is if you have it in that mode and you want to just tap, it will take you to where your photos are there and you can add photos if you like. This is a sticker that I made. If I want to crop the sticker, I can. I can crop it as a rectangular way. So right there it says rectangular. Or I can do freehand if I want to kind of draw around it and make it kind of like a sticker. I can do that as well. If I were to click done, it basically has it for me. I can make it as big or small as I would like. So you can tap here to get to your photos, or at the top right here, you also have photos. I'm going to erase some of these things real quick. The next one is your text. So let's say that you are not a fan of your own writing, but you want to basically have it look real nice written in text. I can write something real quick. If I wanted to write meeting, it's basically going to recognize what I'm writing and it'll write it for me in the text. I'm then able to move it around if I want, or if I have a keyboard, or I can type it as well. The great thing too is that you can change the font. So there are several fonts that you can use right here. You can also change the size. You can change the paragraph, where you would like it to go. And then also you can change the color as well. If you really like a specific font and that's the font that you want to use throughout, if you click this button, sorry, I don't know why it's not working. But if you click right here, you should be able to save it as default, and then that'll basically allow you to use that specific text at all times. If you keep scrolling over, there are some more tools as well. I do want to talk about the ruler. Let's say I wrote something down and I want to draw a straight line. I can use the ruler to do that. If I want to kind of turn the ruler, I could do that as well. So there are a few things that you can do with the ruler also. And you can change the color too. If I was doing like a presentation, I could use this pointer. If I wanted to record myself, I could use the pointer, and then that's something that can be used. So that kind of breaks down the main tool that you need. I highly suggest just exploring and kind of seeing what you like as you're using your digital planner. So when it comes to customizing your cover, first you want to go ahead and write in your name. If you want to write it, you would click that pen tool and you can write in your name. Remember, you can change the color if you would like. If you do not like your writing and let's say you want to do it with text, you can hit that T. I'm going to change the font size to like 72. That might be too big, but then I can type in the year if I want to 2025. I can use that to where it's like the pen to text, or if I want to actually use the keyboard, I can use that as well. So that's how you do that information. Then if you want to add stickers, you can click that button right there, the one with the star. If you click it, there's already some pre-made stickers on here. If you would like to use those, you're more than welcome to. If you created your own stickers, then you can also put that in there as well. Or if you want, you can go to your photos. Let's say you have some photos saved. You can also add those photos into your digital planner. Of course, I wouldn't necessarily put that on my cover, but that's just an example. So now let's go ahead and talk about the home page. So let's say I want to click that school information. If you get this to where you click it and you're writing over it, then that means that you are in the write only tool. So you want to make sure that that is turned off. I am going to erase my little scribbles right there. But if I click that, it'll basically put it in the read only section or the mode. So then if I click it, it'll then take me to the next page that I would like to go to. So just remember that you have to be in read only in order for these to work. For all of these, if you are trying to fill in your school information, you're doing the same thing where you are clicking that write tool and you are filling out whatever information you would like to include here. For schedule, if I have a schedule that I want to add in here, I can, again, write it out. Or let's say I have a photo, I took a screenshot, or I made something in Canva that I want to import. I can do that as well. So if I put myself in that write only mode, go to photos. Let's say that this was a schedule. I can then make the schedule as big as I would like. If I want to crop it, I can hold it down and crop. and I can make it a certain size. So this section right here is kind of customizable for yourself, however you would like to include it. Maybe you want to write it out. Maybe you want to include a little sticky note. Let me do this sticky note. Okay. If I wanted to include that sticky note, I can include that sticky note and write it out. This is kind of up to you. Same for district calendar. You can go into your school district's website and you can screenshot or download the calendar, and then you can import it the same way by clicking your write only mode, clicking that photo, choosing it, and then adding it here. Planning calendar. When it comes to the planning calendar, you can write out information here. Let's say you want to include the dates. So if your first 9 weeks is from August 19th to October 10th, you can write that information in there. In order to go to the next portion of the planning calendar, if you click on the number, it'll then take you to each planning overview. So that's, again, this button right here. When it comes to your standards, you can do the same thing like the district calendar and schedule. If you click that, it's just a blank few pages. So if you wanted to import a document that you might have screenshotted, you can do that and import it here. If you wanted to write out the standards, it's kind of up to you. I didn't want to put anything in here because every school district is different, but there is room for you to add whatever you would like. Let's go ahead and talk about the monthly overview. If you click in that monthly overview, you can go ahead and get that writing tool out. If you want to type in the dates, or I'm sorry, write in the dates. That's a little too thick. If you wanted to write in the dates, you can. If you wanted to type in the dates, you can. It's kind of up to you. In order for the weekly overview to work, if you click that button right there, it'll take you to that weekly overview. If you want to go day by day for the daily overview, if you click each little box, it will then take you to the daily overview. Also, if you don't want to use all those little buttons and you just want to swipe, you are more than welcome to do that as well. Again, this planner is undated, so I did not write in the dates for every single day, but if you click right here and hit text, you can kind of type in what the day is. So if today is August 15th, I can kind of type that in right there, and then it's there. So again, you're able to customize this however you would like. When I go back into the home section, I can also access the monthly overview over here as well. So if I wanted to click any of those work as well. And again, I am in that the read only mode. Next is classes. If you click classes, there are a few spots for you to write in your classes. If you click this button right here, it'll then take you to the class roster. So again, that button right there, it'll take you to the class roster. There are multiple of them for how many ever classes that you may have. For the accommodations page, if you click accommodations, if you flip it the other way, then you are able to write information in there for your students. And then you can kind of put an X or put whatever you would like for whatever accommodation that they have. There are multiple pages of this, so if you swipe, there is another page as well. Let's go ahead and talk about adding our own links into our digital planner. So first thing is you want to make sure that you are in the write mode or write only mode. If you click this T, you can then go ahead and write out whatever it is that you want it to be. I want mine to kind of match what the home page looks like as far as the font. So this is DM Sans S. This may or may not be in your Goodnotes app, but you can definitely import it from thefont.com. You can search up how to import text. So if I click this right here, I do probably want to make it a little smaller, maybe about 23 or 24. For this one, I'm going to say that this is going to be my data wall. So I'm going to write that in. And again, I kind of want to change that text to black. So then I'll write in data wall. And then I can kind of move that where I would like it to go. So the great thing about Goodnotes 6 is you can hyperlink it to either a website or into another document. For my data wall, I'm going to hyperlink it into another document. And the way to do that is if you click it, you have all of these right here. But if you swipe over one more, there is add link. So when I click add link, it'll then ask me, do I want to link it to a document? Do I want to link it to a website? If I would want to link it to a document, I can click document. Which document? I can say this document, or I might have some documents that I already want to link it to. Let's say I want to link it to my general information and my data wall. I can click that, hit select, and then the link will work. So if I click that right there, I can click go to page and it will link it to my document that I have. And it also opens it up into another page. So as you can see, there's that other page open. You can also access it by making sure your write only or read only is there, and you can click it too, and it will take you there as well. When it comes to a website, let's say I wanted to create another one. I want to do text again, DM Sands. If I wanted to do it black, wanted the size to be about 25. And let's say I wanted to send it to my drive, my Google Drive. I can then move that where I want it to go, hold it down, click add a link, link to website, and basically right here, I would type in whatever that website is that I want it to link to. You can also have it linked to the different pages within here. So let's say you know there's a page that you're always going to use, or maybe you want to link it for the week so you don't have to go through all of this. You can do that as well, where you can, where you can click that, edit link content. You can click that, edit link settings, link to a document, this document, and then you can choose what page you want to link it to as well. When it comes to these links, you can create these links on any page. So let's say in my planning calendar, let's say I have like the framework that I want to put here, or like the overview from the district. I can also include that here as well. So if I want to click that right there, if I want to type out framework, I can. Same process, hold it down, click add link, and then I can link it to wherever I would like it to be linked to. The next thing I wanted to show you is how to add your own pages. So again, this page right here, if you click that little dot, it's basically just a blank page. This is a space where you can put stickers and things if you want. If you do want to do that, that's perfectly fine. Before you do that though, I suggest creating a copy of this. In order to do that, you are going to click the three dots and you are going to click copy page. So that basically means that you have this blank page available to you whenever you would like. Then I'm going to hit the plus sign right here and I am going to paste the page. I'm probably going to paste two just so that I have one that I can use to add my page insert, and then one if I want to use later. So for this page insert that I have, let's say I created something on Canva that I wanted to import. I'm going to import that page here. Be sure to check out the information on the instructions page with how to create your own and how to import it. So when I click this button right here, I can click the photos, and I created this one right here for myself, and I want to insert that there. Of course, if you look at the size, the sizing doesn't really fit all that great, but I can crop it. And if I crop it, I'm going to do rectangle. If I crop it, it'll crop to fit this page exactly. And so I'll just kind of move it out a little bit. And then that page is now created. And so if I wanted to write on this page, I can write on this page. I can do whatever I want. And it's a document that wasn't necessarily in there before, but I added it in there. If I would like to move this page around, let's say I don't want it right here, I can click that button right there. I can hold it down, and then I can move this page wherever I would like it to go. If I want to duplicate it, I can duplicate it as well. I know this was a lot of information in regards to customizing your digital planner, but if you would like to see more or have any more questions, please feel free to leave it down in the comments and I will be sure to help you.